I bow to the will of the people. Let's learn how sleeves work. So at its core, a sleeve is a rectangle where you take this side and you take this side and you sew them together to make a tube for your arm. Usually the space where those two pieces get sewn together ends up being at your armpit, aka your underarm, so that it is mostly hidden when your arms are down at your sides. However, this ends up with a lot of excess fabric. So to make it fit better, a lot of the times sleeves will taper in towards the wrist and be smaller in that section because our arms are smaller at our wrist than they are at our biceps. This shape just also doesn't fit the human arm very well when our arm is down because our armpit ends here, and if we're cutting straight across from our armpit, there is all of this that is gone, not there. So the way they fix that is something called a sleeve head. So these two parts are at your armpit, and this top part is at the top of your shoulder right here. So now you got something like this, where this is the middle of your sleeve. You got the front, you got the back, and you got the underarm at the sides here. Now remember that thing we talked about before, how arms move forward but they don't move back? That means that this sleeve head oftentimes is smaller in the front than it is in the back, because when you're moving forward you don't need more fabric, but when you're moving away from something you need more fabric back here to have the room for you to be able to reach your arm forward. And that is the basics of a simple fitted sleeve. The exact height of the sleeve head will depend on, from your armpit out, how tall up is that measurement straight across from your bicep to the tip of your shoulder. And the exact shape of the curve of the sleeve head is one of the most difficult things in tailoring to accurately fit somebody, because curves are difficult. If you want a short sleeve, you chop off the bottom. The way a short little cap sleeve works is you chop off everything underneath here. So if you see there, this will get sewn to the top of the armhole, but not at the underarm, because we literally chopped off where it meets the underarm. If you want your sleeve to have a lot of flare, you just take those edges out. The further out you take those underarm seams, the more flare your sleeve will have. The way you get those bell sleeves is you just make the sleeve head really, really big, so then you have to gather that fabric down into the armhole, and you make the bottom really, really big, so you have to gather that fabric down at the bottom, and that's what creates the little puff of a puff sleeve. A bishop sleeve, which is my favorite type of sleeve, is you just take the underarm seams, make it out really big, and then all of that space has to get gathered down into a little cuff, which is about the same size as the bottom of your sleeve would have been, which is the same size as your wrist, and that is how you get a bishop sleeve. Please let me know if there are any other sleeve types you would like me to go over, and I will try to do pants tomorrow.